All right, guys, welcome back again to Food Sports Central, the podcast of the World Food Championships. And I mean, we're under the month mark. We have heard all kinds of new news coming out. We've heard that we had the recipe deadline moved back a little bit to give everybody some time to earn some bonus bucks. We've heard about new power coming to the barbecue area, which was a huge sticking point. And now that has come through. We have heard about amazing sponsors. Sandwich categories can have bison for the first time to work with. We've got Caspi Caviar is going to be there. So there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of new things. We're getting the welcome reception back, which, after a year or so hiatus, man, it's going to be fantastic to get that family reunion atmosphere back at World Foods. Now, one of the things that I think I'm most intrigued about, excited about, blown away by is the Master Judge program, because that is going to give a very different feel to judging. At World Foods, everybody's kind of used to eat judging. You turn your platter in, it has your samples, it has your display piece, goes back behind the curtain, and whoever inside the Eat Certification judging area is going to be judging your dish based on EAT, execution, appearance, and taste. That's always been the way we've done it. This year, for the first time, we're going to mimic what happens at Final Table, where that top 10, which is now going to be 11, thanks to this program, is going to literally present their dishes to a panel of expert judges who are then going to be able to ask questions. Well, why did you do this? What was your intention here? What made you come up with this idea? So that they can then determine who wins that category and goes on to Final Table. So what I wanted to take the time to do was introduce you to one of our elite, top of the culinary food chain master judges, Chef Nikky. How are you?
Hi, Mark. How are you doing today? สวัสดีค่ะ
How are things there in Texas?
Things are good. The weather is finally beautiful. We're actually, I think, out of our summer, so to speak. Apparently, we're getting a cold front, so I'm super excited.
I'm very happy that you've arranged that, because I've been in Texas, 2 or 3 times this year already, and just baked.
It's pretty bad.
So I am so happy that we're going to come down in a cold
Yes, I was in Thailand. Thailand was even cooler than Texas at that time. It was crazy.
And that's saying
Yes,
something.
it is.
So what has, a lot of people are really kind of getting this apprehension about master judges. And that's why I wanted to get this opportunity for them to meet one of the master judges. And so you were kind enough to say, yes, I'll be a master judge at WFC 10th anniversary event. And tell everybody a little about Chef Nikky.
Okay, well, I was so excited to be a part of WFC. It sounds so cool, by the way. And being certified EAT, which is also really cool.
Yep.
Everybody getting that gold card, it's like almost like a awesome thing. Oops. And a little bit about me. I've been in the hospitality industry for over 20 years now or so, and have going on 5 restaurants in the past 18 years that I opened when I was 12 or so. I look really young. And
Yeah, absolutely.
But
You were a child prodigy.
yes, that's, like your world food champion last year. My goodness,
Yep.
how cool was that? Was totally rooting for them. And that's pretty much who I am. If you want credentials, I am kind of self-taught, went to some culinary school, but really, as a lot of us chefs will say, you don't really learn how to really be a chef or in the restaurant until you're in it, to win it. You get the basics at school, but at the end of the day, it's really the grind and learning on the fly and standing 24 hours a day, those kind of things that you really learn, what you learn. So hopefully I'm qualified to be one of your master judges.
Oh, you are way past just qualified. I mean, you really kind of cultivated the entire notion of Texas Thai. You took the kind of the best of both worlds there. And I mean, I think a lot of people have kind of an idea about Thai food, and they kind of have an idea about Texas food. What kind of how would you describe to someone Texas Thai?
Wow. So, yes, I am personally in my blood Texas Thai, or Thai Texan is how I also like to say it. Half Thai, half Texan, lived half of my life in Thailand, half of my life here. But then also, when you live in a culture for so long, it just becomes a part of you. And you learn all these flavors that are Texan flavors. You learn all these Thai flavors that you love so much. And then your mouth is just like, I want both at the same time. What do? I got to merge them together. And just being and knowing all those flavors and playing with them, I believe that's how I've kind of come up with Texas Thai, really, or Asian fusion, being one of the first Asian fusion restaurants here. I feel like in America a while back, nobody really knew even what Thai food was all about, other than their restaurant around the corner. But I really wanted to bring like my style of Thai food that I grew up with in central Thailand in Bangkok, and with those flavor profiles, which already a fusion of all of the other Asian cultures together with what really resonates with the American palate.
I mean, and that's such a great way to do it, because it's kind of like with really anybody who has a little bit of apprehension about trying new food. If there's something to it that's a little familiar, it becomes more palatable to taste. So with fusion food, that really opens the culinary world up to so many people having that. Well, I understand this part of it, and so this will be new. But so I've got some familiarity. I want to try this.
And what I really have
And
loved to see, the contestants that enter the food, I almost call it the food fight sometimes, but is that it's like the core of it, right? Is like fusing new
right,
flavors. How do you create it? How do you really make it stand up to, let's say, bison or any of these flavors? And then they get to try out all these different products that they have to use, and they're not all American products, right? They're just a combination of
right.
these flavors.
Hmm.
And how do you really bring that to the forefront and make it like so strong, but yet subtle, and also feeds the soul at the same time? It's just so fun.
I mean, food is is the most fun in the world. Food's like a
Yes,
universal language. It brings people together, and if you can't play with food, what else can you
I
play with?
agree.
I mean, there's so many colors and flavors and smells and textures. You got a little bit of everything.
Don't you feel like even in this day and age, there's so many people who are coming into our food world who used to be engineers, artists,
Right.
they have all these other creative things in their mind, but they're applying it to food, because we all eat at least 3 times a day, if not more. Like I eat 6 times a day. How many times do you eat a day?
Not
Not
enough.
enough, right? I wish we could be
No,
eating
not enough.
eating all day long. But
Uh-huh.
it's
Yep.
so fun to see how people are implementing, what they do on their daily lives into the food and the
Right.
flavors, where they travel to, like you said, culturally. Food is
Hmm.
everything.
Absolutely, it is. So, on that note, you perfectly laid this out for me. What is a signature Thai Texas dish? What would be one that you just say this screams that fusion?
I mean, is it Texan? Maybe not, but maybe I need to clarify it. It is more like Asian fusion. We fuse it with a lot of different Asian
Hmm.
flavors, and that hits the American palate the way it like comfort food does. And that dish, I mean, sadly to say, it is the pad Thai dish.
Right?
And everybody just resonates with it. And after all
Yeah.
these years I've been serving it, I now, in the past, let's say 5 years or so, I've been asking them, what is it about pad Thai that you love so much? And they're like,
Right.
it's just so comforting. It's like me biting into that bowl of spaghetti meatballs that they grew up with. Or it's like their Asian version of their burger or their pizza, or the comfort food that the American culture has grew up on. Now pad
Yep.
Thai is a part of that culture of their comfort food, and you want to be in that spot. It's the best spot to be in. All the flavors meld together. I love talking about the 4 S's: sweet, sour, spicy, salty. And if you can play on
Hmm.
those flavor profiles, Thai food really, really plays on those flavor profiles very well. And that just hits all the yummy, yummy food taste buds in your mouth that explodes into just amazing flavors. I think it's the best.
It absolutely is. And for me, my two favorite genres of food are Asian food and Mexican food.
Yeah, so much
It's bright,
flavor.
bold.
And
Yes,
all the
yes.
herbs that we use, there's so much similarities. Cilantro is used in so many of the dishes. I mean, scallions,
Yep.
tomatoes, rice, even though they're a different kind of rice, we don't need to go there.
Hmm.
And chilies, spice,
Yep.
limes, so many crossovers. I mean, we are more of a tropical country on the other side of the world
Hmm.
versus this side of the world. And there is so much fun to play. There's a lot of Thai tech, not Thai tech, sorry, like Asian tex flavors here.
Hmm.
There's a lot of fun.
And see, I think that's what's so fun is because that type of flavor profile for people who are kind of coming into it now really lets the food do the food's thing. They don't, so many, there's a lot of things out there where to me, they overwork the food. You don't let the food really sing and come out and get that flavor to experience. But that style of food, always, you can taste the differences. You can taste the layers of flavor and you understand, oh, this is this. I know that flavor.
It is actually, it makes me think of a Thai takeover that I did yesterday. I went to a house. I do these Thai takeovers where it's on my YouTube channel. And
Hmm.
I was cooking for a family. I didn't know. She has 6 kids. And to be able to cook a dish that actually feeds all of those flavor profiles that all these kids love differently was
Hmm.
a challenge. She was also
Oh, yeah.
celiac and vegetarian. Their kids were not vegetarian, so we did 2 different things. But I made this sauce
Right.
with those flavor profiles. I started with probably a good half cup of like lime juice. Like I squeezed is the language, 3 limes, put in some hot sauce. Basically, I had to use anything that I could find in her kitchen. Not everybody has Asian condiments, right? But I could be very
Right.
creative. So we got spicy, we got sour. I added some sweet and sour sauce to balance out, and then a little bit of soy sauce. With all those flavors together, and then I threw in a whole bunch of fresh garlic, some shallots, and she didn't have
Hmm.
cilantro. I was able to add something else. It's escaping me. But anyway, her youngest son was like so excited to come and try this. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if he's gonna like this. It does have a lot of spice in there and all these weird flavors.
Hmm.
He could not stop like giving me the thumbs up because I had to be quiet on set. He was like, oh my God, this is so good. And he couldn't stop eating. And then once we turned the cameras off, he came over and was like, I wanna do this. And he's like, can you teach me how to like chop? Oh, I put basil in there. That's what I did. I wanna learn how to like
Oh,
chop
yeah.
basil. And then he was doing that. And he was like so much confidence came out of him. His taste buds were singing. The first bite he took was so spicy. And he was like, oh my God, this is spicy. But I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, but I want more. And he kept coming back for more and more and more. So I feel like I'm going off topic, but we're talking about flavors and now kids,
No, it's good. Yeah,
right? I mean, it just
absolutely.
blew me away on how Willing was trying to buy something. And then one of the daughters came over and she couldn't stop talking about how much she loves Thai food. And it was just like, and they were explaining all these things where I never knew, like, even somebody that young could be so attached to weird, I call them weird foods because they are not your French fries. They're not your typical word. But I am
Not a chicken
not
nugget.
the chicken
Yeah.
nuggets, exactly. And
Hmm.
they could go on and on and on. She got on my Instagram, started texting me. She was so cool. That just feeds my soul in so many levels when we can get those taste buds
Hmm.
dancing at such a young age. And it was just
Yep.
amazing to be able to share how Thai food itself, flavor profiles, everybody can fall in love with them. And it just makes
Hmm.
them to continue to open up to all the different possibilities of all the other foods that are out there. And that's just like, tip of the iceberg, right? I mean, I go on and on. Even my kids, we are a French fry, pizza, chicken tender household every now and then, but she also loves, I have an 8-year-old. She also is now, I never thought it would be, I'm so proud. She now loves Asian food more than her, I would call it the single color food category.
Right. That's a good way to
Right?
put it.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't put them in a box. I love that too, but whenever I ask her like, "Hey, where do you want to go eat?" She's like, "Oh, I want to go have dim sum. I want to go have pho. I want to go eat boba, every now and then." And I'm like, "Wow, I'm there. I'm finally there." At
Hmm.
3 or 4, it was
Yep.
hard, but at 8, oh my God, perseverance, right? Keep putting those vegetables on the
Yep.
plate. It will work out for you.
It does. That world opens up over time because palates develop.
Yes. Oh, good
Now,
point.
we as parents have to help the palate develop. And if all we ever, the only faux profiles we ever give them is sweet and salty, that palate's never going to develop.
So
You got to get
true.
outside of just sweet and salty. But they do develop and they grow and they get more and become more adventurous. And I've always said, even with my own twins, is that getting them involved, whether it's picking ingredients, cooking, learning cutting, those kind of things, if they're involved and they're part of it, they're much more willing to try it.
Absolutely. Those are my favorite classes. I do cooking classes. And again, I love it when the kids come along and they're like, I would never eat a summer roll. It's all fresh vegetables. And they would start rolling it. And then they'll be like, oh my God, this is so fun.
Yep.
Then they start eating it, just like you said. Or fried rice. They never knew. They love fried rice. They never made fried rice. Once they make fried rice,
Right.
they're like, oh my God, it is so cool. And then they want to eat more fried rice. It's just
Hmm.
so fun. So fun.
It really is, and that's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Is getting people back together around food, having a great time, and I love what you do there in Texas and beyond because you do the Thai takeover where you go to somebody's house and use the ingredients they have in their house to make a dish. You teach cooking classes. You have your restaurants. You do there's the cookbooks. You do so many things, and all of them are about getting people back engaged with each other through food.
Absolutely. My mission in life that I found out after doing all of this is to inspire people through food, culture,
Hmm.
and travel. My expertise just happened to be in Asian cuisine. That's where I grew up in Thailand. But there's so much more. Once I know that that is my niche, I start there and then I'm like, okay, what else do you like? What else do you love? Let's go try and add an Asian flavor to your spaghetti dish that you grew up with. What else can we
Hmm.
add to create a little Asian flavor profile so that now, guess what? We're fusing Italian and Thai. Or, it's just there was so much there. And they would never have thought that until they got into playing with it. And that's just my
Right.
favorite thing of all time.
And a couple of weeks back, I talked to the organizer who put on a burger battle in Japan, and they were
What?
talking about how they did so many of combining traditional Japanese cooking methods to make their burgers,
Is this recorded
and how,
somewhere?
oh yeah, I'll send it to you
Okay.
because it was awesome. And what I loved is I asked them, I said, "What's the current burger trend right now in Japan?" Smash burgers.
Makes
And we
sense.
love smash burgers, but the notion of taking those types of ingredients from the Japanese cooking and making burgers with it was awesome. And they have a team coming to WFC to compete in the burger category.
What? Okay, I am excited for that. I'm definitely going to be. Can I judge that category so I can eat all this food?
I mean, you might know somebody
Okay.
who can help with that.
I know I haven't been assigned yet, but hey, hint, hint, that sounds amazing.
It sounds
Oh my God,
good.
what about like a miso aioli? Oh my God, a sushi style bun. Right. I can
Mhm.
keep go.
See,
Oh,
so many opportunities.
so good. Oh, that's gonna be so
So
fun.
see, there's your challenge to make your best Thai burger.
On it. On it. Okay.
I'm gonna be watching to see this Thai burger
Okay. I'm gonna have
because
to have something ready for you.
I love that. I love how exactly what you're doing. You're taking something familiar and adding those new profiles to it to make it to where so many more people want to try and get excited about it.
Yep. There's some familiarity with the new ingredients that
Hmm.
we add into a new food. So it just makes it so much easier to be like conceptualize and understand. I'm like, okay, I'll try this. So yeah,
Yep.
so fun.
I tried not too long ago. I ran into a lumpia food truck. They had tacos that have lumpia in it,
Tell me lumpia. I
and had
know
all
this
these
word.
sauces. That's the small rolled, almost like an egg roll, but much smaller, tighter, real crispy. Usually have a beef
Yep,
inside.
yep.
Man, so
Yeah.
good.
Ooh.
And they put it inside a taco and then topped it with more of their proteins, a great slaw and a great sauce. I'm like,
What?
so you just put lumpia in a taco. I am so happy right now.
Or maybe what is it, that taco burrito I heard about too, or something? Yeah, people are
So many things you can merge.
oh, so much fun. I can go on and on. Well,
Hmm.
now I'm like,
And that's
so
the beauty.
many.
And see, now you're going to come to World Foods, and there's 10 categories.
Okay.
And inside those 10 categories, up to 30 teams per category, there's no limit to what you're going to see.
Every time
The
I go.
sandwich category has bison,
Hmm.
which I can't wait to see bison in different applications because most people only know bison for a bison
Yeah.
burger. And now we're going to see multiple applications using bison. And I think that's the fun of something like a World Foods with so many categories, so many people that are coming from being exec chef somewhere, home cooks, uh, barbecue teams. They're in everywhere in between. So you had you have our soup
Yep.
category down to sandwich, burger, bacon, steak, like all these categories that I think that's just going to make for the 10th anniversary to be such a fun event.
I'm so excited to be a part of the 10th anniversary. That is so cool. I remember when it just started, and to see where it
Yeah.
is now and how many people that they have all inspired to be cooking so creatively in a competition atmosphere. It's genius. So
Yeah,
fun. So cool.
it really is. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is food is not that scary.
True.
It doesn't have to be that
True.
scary. It doesn't have to be that thing that you avoid. It is something to enjoy and, like we said, every once in a while it's pizza, every once in a while it's whatever, but it always gets everybody in that same spot. And I think that that's what you're going to see, that a lot of us are going to see at World Foods, is that if you've never been, this is a great opportunity to come. 10th anniversary, we've got Best of the Fest, you've got barbecue, you've got Firewoman, master judges, new categories and competitors. Like there's going to be so much master classes, demo stage, there's so many things that are going to happen this year. There is guaranteed there's something for everybody.
I'm a part of that demo stage. I'm excited.
You
One of
are.
my favorite things when I go there is all the guys with the smoking trucks and all the meats. What's
Oh
that
yeah,
section called again?
that's the barbecue group.
Oh, that's the group to hang out with. They come up with all these amazing tools and gadgets that I don't know anything about.
Hmm.
And the guy with that big truck that has, I feel like he has two size kitchens on this 10-foot,
Yes.
right? There's like a
Yep.
smoker.
Barbecue ranch.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Hmm.
goodness. It is something to see. And they just all hang out, eat each other's food, share their food, and they're just
Yep.
having a good time. I can't wait.
That's what it's
When
about.
I'm like, so I know we're not that like a month
I know. We're like,
away,
wait, can we get this fast
right?
forward here?
Can
Because
we
I'm
be
ready to
there
go.
already?
I'm ready to eat some food and have some fun.
Oh.
So, Chef Nikki, where can everybody find more about you? What social media, websites, restaurants, books?
Absolutely. So my personal brand is chefnikky.com, and it's spelled Nikky with the Y,
Mhm.
chefnikky.com. My social media handles are Chef Nikky Official for Instagram, TikTok, just having a lot of fun on TikTok now. But most importantly, please get on my YouTube. Please subscribe, chat with me. I launch a Thai takeover episode every week where I literally go into other people's kitchen, debunk the idea that it's hard to make Asian flavors with basically what you have in your pantry and your refrigerator. All I bring over is my sauces, a wok, and we get cooking and create these amazing dishes based on what you have in your fridge. It is so fun, and that's at Chef Nikky. Just type in CHEFNIKKY and click enter. I'll pop up. You'll see my face with the red lips. You'll find me. But I can't wait to be at SCF. I'm so grateful that you guys are in Dallas because it's in my backyard. I have no reason to miss it.
Mhm.
But the world kind of comes to me, and I feel like I'm the most luckiest girl in the world.
Well, we are incredibly lucky to have you as part of WFC. And like you said, you're going to be a master judge. You're going to be judging food. You're going to be talking with competitors. You're going to be doing a demo. Like, they're all going to have this great opportunity to meet you and talk. And we're so thrilled to have you take part. So, guys, if you have not already done this, bookmark, go to worldfoodchampionships.com regularly, because there's going to be a lot of things being updated, new things being added, deadlines, calendar dates, tickets, opportunities. Don't miss it. So regularly check that out. And then, of course, follow the World Food Championships on Facebook and Instagram. Mike and I will be doing more lives. I'll be doing some more to keep you up on things, but you'll get all the up-to-minute information on the website and the socials. So, Chef Nikky, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor. Can't wait to see you in person.
And it's not long now.
Yay.
So, guys, can't wait to see you guys all in Dallas. And if you can't be there, which you should, but if you can't be there, we're going to bring a lot of videos and fun with you all over social media. So, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you again real soon.